On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Nuclear.
Of or relating to or constituting the nucleus of an atom, deriving destructive energy from the release of atomic energy.
Examples:
Nuclear fusion. Use of nuclear power. Many countries have now agreed to a treaty banning the use of nuclear weapons.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Notion.
A general idea or understanding of something, particularly an abstract or complex concept, a belief or opinion, often one that is not based on solid evidence or facts.
Examples:
Notion of success. Vague notion. The notion of time travel has long fascinated scientists and fiction writers alike.
Permanent.
Lasting for a long time without essential change.
Examples:
Literature of permanent value. Permanent life insurance. She is searching for a permanent residence.
Eliminate.
To remove or get rid of someone or something.
Examples:
Eliminate contestants. Eliminate sexual barriers. We can eliminate this possibility from those consumptions.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Atomic.
Of or relating to atom, equals the smallest component of an element.
Examples:
Atomic nucleus. Atomic bomb. Carbon has an atomic mass of 12.
Weaponry.
A collection of weapons, example, guns, knives, bombs, missiles, etc., used or owned by a particular individual, group, military, or country.
Examples:
Weaponry development, advanced weaponry. The army used various weaponry to defend the country from attack.
Characterize.
To describe the distinctive nature or features of someone or something. To be a distinguishing feature of.
Examples:
Characterize the relationship. Characterize his work. Their love of discovery and exploration often characterizes the adventurous spirit of the explorer.
Phase.
Any stage in a series of events, change, or development.
Examples:
Enter on the last phase. Two-phase structure. The era of the Industrial Revolution was a crucial phase of history.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Straightforward.
Easy to do or understand, or simple, free from ambiguity.
Examples:
Straightforward manner. Make a straightforward dash. The defendant gave a straightforward and accurate description of the accident.
Atom.
The smallest unit of ordinary matter that forms a chemical element, composed of a nucleus and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus.
Examples:
Oxygen atom. Neutral hydrogen atoms. The outermost electron shell of an atom determines its chemical characteristics.
Atrocity.
Brutal act, an extremely wicked or cruel act.
Examples:
Commit atrocity. Cold-blooded atrocity. The atrocity of the war left many children orphaned.
Horror.
Intense fear or disgust, especially at something shocking or terrifying.
Examples:
Horror movie. Horror-struck look. The stories of war crimes filled her with horror.
Unending.
Seeming to have no end.
Examples:
Unending battle. The unending bliss. Creating amazing shows requires constant unending effort.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Pacific.
Peaceful in character or intent, tending to lessen or avoid conflict, calm or soothing in manner or tone. Noun, as Pacific, the largest and deepest of Earth's oceanic divisions.
Examples:
Pacific nature disposition. The Pacific Ocean. They adopted a Pacific approach to resolving their differences, emphasizing dialogue and understanding.
Killing.
The act of causing death, a sudden and intense force or effect that causes significant damage or destruction. A situation where someone is making a substantial amount of money or experiencing significant financial success.
Examples:
Killing spree. Profit killing. The killing of unarmed civilians is considered a war crime.
Union.
A group of employees who have banded together to advocate for their rights and better their working conditions. The act or the state of joining together or being joined together.
Examples:
Bank and credit unions. A craft union. The trade union remained adamant about its demands.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Unacceptably.
In a way that is not acceptable or satisfactory.
Examples:
Unacceptably high prices. Unacceptably poor. The restaurant's service was unacceptably slow.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
Extraordinary ability. Extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Build up.
The accumulation or increase of something over time.
Examples:
Lactic acid buildup. Huge military buildup. The buildup of stress over time can lead to health problems.
Arsenal.
A collection of weapons or military equipment stored in preparation for war or conflict. A collection of resources or tools available for use in a particular field or endeavor.
Examples:
Arsenal of knowledge. Political arsenal. The police found a hidden arsenal of weapons in the suspect's house.
Bomb.
A weapon that explodes and is used to kill or injure people or to cause damage to something.
Examples:
Atomic bombs. Disarm the bomb. The use of cluster bombs is strictly prohibited by international law.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Warhead.
The explosive or destructive part of a missile, rocket, or other weapons that are designed to explode on impact or detonation.
Examples:
Warhead missile, nuclear warhead. The missile launch was successful, and the warhead hit its intended target.
Mentality.
The characteristic way of thinking or mindset of an individual or group, the mental attitude or outlook that influences behavior, choices, and opinions.
Examples:
Criminal mentality, self-improvement mentality. Her positive mentality helped her overcome challenges and achieve her goals.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
Aft cabin, aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Disarm.
To remove weapons or the means of attack from a person, group, or situation. To win over or reduce suspicion or hostility from an opponent or adversary.
Examples:
Disarm opponents. Disarm a bomb. The police were able to disarm the suspect without any violence.
Proliferate.
To grow or increase rapidly in number, to reproduce or spread rapidly, especially in an uncontrolled manner.
Examples:
Proliferate cells. Proliferate weeds. The number of COVID cases continued to proliferate in many countries worldwide.
Quotation.
A group of words taken from a text or speech and repeated by someone other than the original author or speaker.
Examples:
Double quotation marks. Take a quotation. He included a quotation from the book in his essay.
Quote.
To repeat or reproduce the words or statement of someone else, often acknowledging the source, to give an estimated cost or price for goods or services.
Examples:
Quote a source. Quote a price. In his speech, he quoted a famous philosopher to emphasize his point.
Decommission.
To take a machine, building, weapon, or other equipment out of use or service, often permanently or due to age or disrepair.
Examples:
Decommission the dam. Decommission ship. After years of protests from environmental activists, the government decided to decommission the nuclear power plant.
Usable.
Able to be used, fit or ready for use or service.
Examples:
Usable technology. Usable as office space. The device is only usable when it is connected to a power source.
Commission.
A formal instruction, command, or request given to a person or group, an official group of people entrusted by a government or other official body to control or enforce something.
Examples:
Commission appointed by the government. The commission of murder. She gets a commission on each contract.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Chapter.
A separate section of a written work usually numbered and titled.
Examples:
An introductory chapter. Chapter of a political party. The final chapter provides a summary of the discussion.
Superpower.
A country or nation that has significant global influence or formidable military, economic, or technological strength. A supernatural ability or force capable of extraordinary feats or feats beyond normal human capabilities.
Examples:
Superpower country. Superpower leader. The ability to fly like a bird is often considered a superpower in comic books and movies.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Fragile.
Delicate or easily broken or damaged.
Examples:
Politically fragile nation. Fragile ecosystem. The vase was made of fragile ceramic and easily broke when it was dropped.
Standoff.
A situation in which two or more people, groups, or countries refuse to move from a position or make a compromise, leading to a stalemate or impasse. A short distance maintained between two opposing forces or objects, such as in a military context or electrical wiring.
Examples:
Diplomatic standoff. Military standoff. The standoff between the opposing political parties lasted for several days.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples:
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Brink.
The point at which something is about to happen, the edge of a steep place.
Examples:
Brink of war. On the brink. We were on the brink of a financial crisis.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples:
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Apocalyptic.
Describing severe damage and destruction in past or future events, or the end of the world.
Examples:
Apocalyptic event. Have apocalyptic overtones. The apocalyptic landscape of burnt-out villages and bombed-out ruins spread out before them.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Calamity.
A serious event that causes damage, injury, or loss.
Examples:
Financial calamity. A dire calamity. The earthquake was a major calamity that left many homeless.
Incredible.
Unbelievable, extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Dependent.
Relying on someone or something else for support or aid.
Examples:
Dose-dependent induction. A dependent person. The small island nation is heavily dependent on tourism as its main source of income.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Acronym.
A word formed from the first letter of each word in a phrase, such as NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or AIDS, Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome.
Examples:
Acronym definition. Use an acronym. Radar is an acronym for radio detection and ranging.
Mad.
Insane, especially due to a mental illness, very angry.
Examples:
A mad person. Gets mad easily. He was mad with joy to see the results.
Mutual.
Common to or shared by 2 or more parties.
Examples:
Share of a mutual fund. Mutual efforts. They cooperated for their mutual benefit.
Assured.
Confident and sure, having no doubts or worries.
Examples:
Assured confidence. An assured position. She was assured of a bright future after graduation.
Destruction.
The act of causing so much damage to something.
Examples:
Path of destruction. Cyclonic destruction. The extinction of several subspecies has been linked to climate change and habitat destruction.
Virtually.
Almost completely.
Examples:
Virtually all countries. Virtually identical. Virtually all the parties signed the contract.
Simultaneously.
At the same time.
Examples:
Simultaneously affected. Take several inputs simultaneously. Two students answered the teacher's question simultaneously.
Launch.
To send or propel something into the air or space using a device such as a rocket, missile, or spacecraft, to make something available or on sale for the first time.
Examples:
Launch a spaceship into orbit. Launch a big attack. The company is set to launch its new product line next month.
Radar.
A technology that employs radio waves to locate items that cannot be seen.
Examples:
Radar air traffic control. Radar scanning. Radar systems cannot spot the submarine.
Awareness.
The fact or state of knowing something exists and is important.
Examples:
Awareness of my ignorance. Raise public awareness. There has been a gradual but steady rise in environmental awareness.
Catastrophe.
A sudden event that causes extreme ruin and misfortune.
Examples:
Catastrophe risk management. Avoid climate catastrophe. The lack of funds has resulted in a catastrophe for our university system.
Indelible.
Cannot be removed, erased, or forgot.
Examples:
An indelible ink. An indelible disgrace. She left an indelible mark on our country's literature.
Implant.
To insert or fix an artificial device in a person's body, to put an idea, attitude, etc., firmly in the mind.
Examples:
Implant genes in the animals. Implant into the uterus. The doctor will implant a pacemaker to regulate his heart rate.
Collective.
Done or shared by every member of a group of people.
Examples:
Right to collective bargaining. Collective ownership. Product development is a collective effort.
Holocaust.
The systematic killing of millions of Jews and other minority groups by the Nazis during World War II, or any similar act of mass destruction.
Examples:
Nuclear holocaust. The Holocaust Museum. Many Holocaust survivors still suffer from the trauma they experienced during that time.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Glob.
A small, round mass or lump, a drop or blob of liquid or viscous substance.
Examples:
Glob of paint. Glob of honey. She squeezed a glob of toothpaste onto her toothbrush.
Destructive.
Causing or able to cause tremendous and irreparable damage.
Examples:
Lead to destructive behavior. A habit destructive to health. It was the most destructive storm in decades.
Civilization.
A complex and highly organized society that has developed over time and has a dominant culture, including features such as language, religion, government, technology, and social customs.
Examples:
Civilization decline. Lost civilization. The rise and fall of civilizations can be studied through history and archaeology.
Odd.
Strange or unexpected, not divisible by two.
Examples:
In an odd way. Odd behavior. His grandfather was an odd man.
Obliterate.
To wipe out, destroy, or conceal all signs of something utterly, to remove completely from recognition or memory.
Examples:
Obliterate all traces. Obliterate data. The accident at that nuclear power plant obliterated the local ecosystem.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Premise.
A statement or proposition that is held to be true or from which a conclusion can be drawn.
Examples:
The major premise. Make a premise. The book's premise is that the main character must save the world from an impending disaster.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples:
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Skim.
To read something quickly, to get a general idea of its contents, to remove any unwanted or unnecessary material from the surface of a liquid, to glide smoothly or briefly over a surface.
Examples:
Skim off the top. Skim the surface of the water. I like to skim the newspaper headlines in the morning to catch up on the news.
Jog.
To run or move at a slow or leisurely pace, typically for exercise, to continue talking or writing without a definite plan or purpose.
Examples:
Jog in place. Jog my memory. She decided to jog around the park to clear her head.
Entertainment.
Public shows, films, television, or other performances or activities of enjoying people.
Examples:
An elegant entertainment. Hour of entertainment. The hotel is famous for its entertainment, including the casino.
Lane.
A narrow road in the countryside, a well-defined track or path for someone such as a swimmer or driver.
Examples:
Lane change. First lane. We walked along a muddy lane to reach the farm.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Confrontation.
The act of facing or dealing with something directly and openly, a direct and often hostile encounter or disagreement.
Examples:
Confrontation at the national level. Confrontation with others. The confrontation between the two leaders was broadcast live on television.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Conflagration.
A large, destructive fire that spreads quickly and can cause extensive damage, a great and wide-ranging conflict or war.
Examples:
Conflagration aftermath. Urban conflagration. The conflagration in the forest destroyed many homes and caused much damage.
Psychiatry.
The branch of medicine concerned with the study, treatment, and prevention of mental illness.
Examples:
Psychiatry therapy. Biological psychiatry. The field of psychiatry is constantly evolving, with new treatments and approaches being developed all the time.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Delusion.
A false belief or impression that is firmly held despite evidence to the contrary.
Examples:
Grand delusion. Labor under a delusion. He had a delusion that he was a millionaire.
Secondly.
Used to introduce the second point or item in a list or series of statements, considerations, etc.
Examples:
Secondly connected. Secondly, it is important. Firstly, we will discuss the budget. Secondly, we will go over the schedule.
Basement.
A room or a part of a building that is partly or entirely below ground level.
Examples:
For basement floor. Church basement. Underground rivers flow over a basement layer that is impervious to water.
Fallout.
The radioactive dust in the air that settle to the ground after a nuclear explosion.
Examples:
Nuclear fallout. The fallout from the incident. They had no protection from the radioactive fallout.
Shelter.
A structure built to protect from poor weather, danger, or attack. Verb, to protect or shield from harm or adversity, particularly relating to environmental conditions or danger.
Examples:
Rainproof shelter. Anti-air raid shelter. They need food and shelter.
Privacy.
Someone's right to keep their personal matters and relationships not watched or interrupted by other people.
Examples:
Privacy abuse. Trespass on a person's privacy. This conduct would be an invasion of privacy.
Prefabricated.
Constructed or made in advance, often in sections or components, before being assembled on-site, manufactured or built in a factory rather than on-site.
Examples:
Prefabricated building. Prefabricated home. The new office building was constructed with prefabricated materials, which helped save time and money.
Bury.
To place a dead body in the ground, grave, or tomb.
Examples:
Bury in the earth. Bury emotion. There is plenty of space to bury everyone.
Doll.
A child's toy that typically represents a human figure, especially a young girl, an attractive woman, a woman who is subservient or passive.
Examples:
Plastic doll. Rag doll. The antique doll was worth thousands of dollars.
Fancy.
To want to do or have something, noun, something that many people believe but that is false, or that does not exist, imagination or fantasy.
Examples:
Fancy a cup of coffee. A flight of fancy. I don't fancy acting in such an important role.
Percentage.
The number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per hundred.
Examples:
The percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Population.
The total number of people in a country, region, or location.
Examples:
Population change. Labor population. In just 4 years, the population has doubled.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Federal.
Relating to a central government or national authority, refers to government policies, laws, or programs that are implemented at a national level rather than a state or local level.
Examples:
Federal regulations. Federal funding. The federal government announced new regulations to protect the environment.
Emergency.
A sudden unforeseen crisis usually involving danger that requires immediate action.
Examples:
Emergency action. Acute emergency. The president declared a state of emergency.
Agency.
An organization or business that is responsible for specific activities or services, especially when representing other organizations or businesses. The capacity or power to act or exert influence, the ability to make decisions and take action.
Examples:
Real estate agency. Intelligence agency. The government agency regulated the country's food and drug safety standards.
Announcement.
A public statement or declaration, often made in writing or through the media, that conveys important information or news.
Examples:
Public announcement. Announcement date. The company made an announcement about its new product at a press conference.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
Propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Volume:
The amount of space occupied by an object or substance, the magnitude of sound.
Examples:
Volume of work. High volume. This container has a volume of 10 cubic meters.
Crisis:
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Relocate:
To move or move something or someone to a new place and build a house or a business there.
Examples:
Relocate a company. Relocate with a new job. The university relocated to campuses several miles away.
Warn:
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Evacuate:
To remove people or things from a place of danger or threat, to leave or abandon a place or situation, often due to fear or risk.
Examples:
Evacuate the building. Evacuate civilians. The town was forced to evacuate due to the hurricane approaching.
Countryside:
Rural areas or regions outside of cities and urban centers, often characterized by open fields, farmland, forests, and countryside scenery.
Examples:
Countryside scenery. Countryside lifestyle. The small village in the countryside was perfect for a quiet getaway.
Senate:
A legislative body, especially the upper house of a parliament.
Examples:
Senate hearing. Senate Finance Committee. The Senate Majority Leader announced plans to bring the bill to the floor for a vote.
Absolute:
Perfect or complete or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples:
Absolute loyalty. An absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Ludicrous:
So ridiculous, unreasonable, or out of place as to be amusing, absurd.
Examples:
Ludicrous idea. Ludicrous behavior. It's ludicrous to blame the teachers for the education system's failures.
Potentially:
In a possible state or condition, possibly.
Examples:
potentially affected, potentially lucrative. The organization assisted in the de-escalation of potentially violent situations.
Apparently.
Based on what you have heard or read.
Examples:
apparently simple, apparently unrelated. The police apparently believed this explanation was plausible.
Frightening.
Causing fear or alarm, or very surprising and alarming.
Examples:
cast frightening eyes, frightening experience. The news of the pandemic was a frightening reminder of the fragility of human health.
Disconnect.
To unfasten or disjoin something, especially to break the connection between a supply of gas, water, or electricity and a piece of equipment.
Examples:
disconnect a plug, disconnect the water supply. She finally decided to disconnect herself from the company.
All out.
Characterized by complete or maximum effort or intensity, lacking any restraint or reserve, done with great commitment or enthusiasm.
Examples:
all-out war, all-out commitment. He gave it his all-out effort in the race and won first place.
Organization.
A group of people who work together for a shared purpose.
Examples:
organization chart, agricultural organization. She is the president of a large international organization.
Physician.
A medical doctor who practices medicine.
Examples:
the advice of the physician. Consult with a physician. She visited the local physician to seek treatment for her persistent headache.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Publicly.
In a manner accessible to or observable by the public, by the government.
Examples:
publicly accessible record. Publicly financed schools. She publicly denounced the government's mishandling of the economic crisis.
Meaningful.
Having meaning, function, or purpose, serious, significant, or worthwhile.
Examples:
a meaningful outcome. Make the accord meaningful. She cast a meaningful glance at me.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Resolve.
To find a suitable answer to the problems or difficulty.
Examples.
Resolve a dispute. Resolve the computer error. This company resolves its battery problem completely.
Era.
A period that is distinct from others, typically in history.
Examples.
Dawn of a new era. The era of the Renaissance. Political corruption was common throughout the post-war era.
Adversary.
A person, group, or force that opposes or fights against another, an enemy or opponent.
Examples.
Adversary team. Political adversary. The boxer's toughest adversary was his fear of losing.
Emphasize.
To give or show particular importance to something.
Examples.
Emphasize her words. Emphasize a direct relationship. Use italics or capitals to emphasize a word in a piece of writing.
Diminish.
To reduce or be reduced in size, extent, or importance, to make something smaller, weaker, etc.
Examples.
Diminish a reputation. Diminish swelling. As people get old, their energies may diminish.
Terrorism.
The use of violence to attain political or religious goals, or to compel a government to act.
Examples.
Terrorism against civilians. Anti-terrorism bill. Democracy is utterly opposed to any form of terrorism.
Scenario.
A description of possible actions or events in the future, a written outline of a play, film, or literary work.
Examples.
The worst case scenario. Number of different scenarios. The president prepared several possible scenarios for an enemy attack.
Considerably.
To a significant extent or degree, noticeably, substantially.
Examples.
Considerably larger. Considerably improve. The new marketing campaign considerably increased sales for the company.
Implication.
Something that is inferred or indirectly stated, the act or fact of being involved in something.
Examples.
The implication in a crime. The implication of a word. His poem has a very significant implication.
Terror.
Intense fear, a state of intense fear or alarm.
Examples.
Terror attack. Terror group. The bomb blast spread terror among the people.
Ingredient.
One of the things used to make something, especially one of the foods used to make a particular dish.
Examples:
Secret ingredients. Compound the ingredients. Greed is the primary ingredient in the making of criminals.
Stockpile.
A large quantity or reserve of goods or materials that are accumulated and stored for future use, often used for emergency or contingency purposes. Verb: to accumulate or gather a large quantity of something, usually for future use or as a reserve.
Examples:
Stockpile weapons. Nuclear stockpile. The farmer had a huge stockpile of hay for the winter.
Uniform.
Always the same, showing a single form or character in all occurrences. Noun: the special set of clothes worn by members of a particular group as a means of identification.
Examples:
At a uniform temperature. Our school uniform. This country has a nationally uniform culture.
Security.
The state of being free from danger, risk, or harm, measures taken to protect against threats or attacks. A financial asset, such as a stock or bond that derives value exclusively from the ownership interest or claim to a particular underlying asset or obligation.
Examples:
National security. Security analyst. The building's security system includes cameras, alarms, and security guards.
Fission.
The splitting of an atomic nucleus into two or smaller nuclei, releasing a large amount of energy. The process of breaking something into smaller parts or pieces.
Examples:
Heavy ion fission. Atomic fission. Nuclear fission is the process of splitting an atom into two smaller ones.
Enrich.
To make better or improve in quality by adding something else.
Examples:
Enrich a gas with a balloon. Enrich public services. Reading not only increases knowledge, but also enriches life.
Uranium.
A chemical element with the symbol U, atomic number 92, that is a dense, silvery white metal that is radioactive and is used as a fuel for nuclear power plants.
Examples:
Uranium mining. Radioactive uranium isotope. The mining and processing of uranium can lead to releasing radioactive materials into the environment.
Plutonium.
A radioactive chemical element with the symbol Pu and atomic number 94 used in nuclear reactors and weapons, which is produced from uranium in nuclear reactors and occurs naturally in trace amounts.
Examples:
Plutonium reactor. Plutonium contamination. The disposal of plutonium waste is a major environmental challenge.
Acquire.
To buy or obtain something such as an asset, object, knowledge, etc., for oneself.
Examples:
Acquire knowledge. Acquire a new company. Children acquire language at a fantastic rate.
Theft.
The act of taking anything from someone or somewhere unlawfully, stealing.
Examples:
Victim of identity theft. Theft of designs. Poverty is not a reproach, however, theft is.
Metric.
Using or relating to the meter as a unit of length, a system of related measures that facilitates the quantification of some particular characteristic.
Examples:
Metric units. Key performance metrics. In the metric system, measurements are made in meters and liters.
Megaton.
A unit of energy equivalent to 1 million tons of TNT.
Examples:
Megaton explosion. Megaton weapon. The power of a megaton bomb is equivalent to 1 million tons of TNT.
Insecure.
Not firm or firmly fixed, likely to fail or give way, or not assured of safety.
Examples:
An insecure future. Insecure attachment. Children in an unstructured environment often feel insecure.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples:
A cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Pound.
The standard unit of money in the UK, the standard unit of weight equal to 16 ounces.
Examples:
3/4 of a pound. Thousands of pounds. The car's front bumper cost £1,500.
Placement.
The act or process of putting something in a particular position or location, a temporary position or job in an organization.
Examples:
Placement test. Placement agency. The placement of the advertisement on the billboard was strategic in attracting a large audience.
Coca.
A plant native to South America whose leaves are used in the production of cocaine and other stimulants, a drink made from the leaves of this plant.
Examples:
Coca paste. Coca tea. The chewing of coca leaves has been a tradition in some Andean cultures for centuries.
Distress.
A feeling of great worry, sadness, pain, or discomfort.
Examples:
A signal of distress. Emotional distress. She's been in great distress since she was heartbroken.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else. A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Know-how.
Practical knowledge, skills, or experience in a particular field or area, often acquired through personal experience or training.
Examples:
Know-how transfer. Share know-how. Her culinary know-how helped her create an impressive menu for the party.
Controversy.
A lot of discussion and argument about something, often involving strong feelings of anger or disapproval.
Examples:
Controversy among researchers. Arouse controversy. They entered into controversy with a member of the ruling party.
Unbelievable.
Beyond belief or understanding and extremely surprising.
Examples:
Unbelievable beauty. Cause unbelievable damage. He drinks an unbelievable amount of beer.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
Manufacture an enzyme. Manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Component.
One of several parts that combines with others to form something bigger.
Examples:
Key component. Spare components for cars. The researchers try to discover a common component in all types of successful organizations.
Undergraduate.
A student who is studying for their first degree at a university or other higher education institution.
Examples:
Engineering undergraduate. Undergraduate course. The class was composed of both undergraduate and graduate students.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Physics.
The science of matter and energy and their interactions.
Examples:
Nuclear physics. Laws of physics. He studied the physics of radiation.
Element.
A fundamental or essential part of something.
Examples:
New design elements. Non-metallic elements. Natural selection is an essential element in Darwin's theory of evolution.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Organ.
A part of the body of an animal or plant that has a particular purpose and performs a specific job.
Examples:
Organ bleeding. Damage to internal organs. These infections have the potential to impact practically every organ system.
Dedicate.
To give all of your energy, time, etc., entirely to a specific person, activity, or cause, to set apart for a particular purpose or use.
Examples:
Dedicate a few hours. Dedicate a chapter to the subject. He dedicated his life to helping others.
Committed.
Willing to put in a lot of effort, time, and energy into something, firmly believing in something.
Examples:
In a committed relationship. Strong and committed sales staff. Our company is strongly committed to meeting customers' needs.
Stateless.
Having no nationality or citizenship, not being affiliated with any particular state or government.
Examples:
Become stateless. Stateless person. The stateless refugees were not allowed to enter the country.
Retaliation.
The act of seeking vengeance or revenge in response to a perceived wrong or harm suffered, usually to cause harm to the person or group responsible for the initial act.
Examples:
Retaliation tactics. Retaliation against discrimination. The company faced heavy retaliation from its competitors after releasing a controversial product.
Proof.
A fact or piece of information that shows something is true or exists.
Examples:
Documentary proof. A geometric proof. Proof is better than argument.
Retribution.
Punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrong or criminal act, just desert or compensation for wrongdoing.
Examples:
Divine retribution. Seek retribution. He faced retribution for his crimes and was sentenced to many years.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality, to impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
Damage a relationship. Damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Apparent.
Able to see or understand easily or clearly.
Examples:
Heir apparent. Apparent contradiction. This star is apparent to the naked eye.
Lieutenant.
A deputy or subordinate officer, a military officer ranking below a captain, a naval rank or officer.
Examples:
Lieutenant general. Second lieutenant. After years of hard work, he finally got promoted to lieutenant.
Bin.
A container, usually that has a lid and used for waste.
Examples:
A waste bin. Mail bin. You can open the overhead bin after landing.
Laden.
Heavily loaded or burdened.
Examples:
A laden ship. Water-laden soil. The traffic-laden street was gridlocked during rush hour, with cars moving at a snail's pace.
Oversee.
Situated or operating beyond national boundaries, in, from, or to foreign countries.
Examples:
Oversee shipments. For oversea use. The company enhanced oversea operations to tap into new markets.
Homegrown.
Grown or produced locally rather than imported from another area.
Examples:
Homegrown talent. Homegrown produce. The restaurant prides itself on its homegrown ingredients sourced from local farms.
Accessible.
Capable of being reached, easily got, or seen.
Examples:
A town accessible by rail. Accessible to pity. He is an accessible and genial man.
Plentiful.
Existing or available in a large quantity or abundance, ample or abundant in supply or availability.
Examples:
Plentiful resources. Plentiful harvest. The supermarket offers a plentiful selection of fresh fruits and vegetables.
Achieve.
To successfully complete a task or goal, often through hard work, perseverance, and dedication, to attain or accomplish something that one has set out to do.
Examples:
Achieve success. Achieve milestones. I will work hard to achieve my goals and realize my dreams.
Inadequate.
Not sufficient or enough.
Examples:
An inadequate income. Inadequate funding. The small budget was inadequate to cover all the necessary expenses for the project.
Indicator.
Something that shows or points out what a situation is like or how a situation is changing.
Examples:
Indicator lamp. Performance indicators. Several IT millionaires have shown that the level of education is a relatively poor indicator of whether a business can be successfully run.
Cargo.
The goods carried by ship, aircraft, or other vehicles.
Examples.
Plenty of cargo space. Unload the cargo. During the war, many cargo ships were converted into battleships.
Container.
A receptacle or object used to hold, store, or transport something. A large standardized metal box that is used for transporting goods by sea or land.
Examples.
Plastic container. Container ship. The restaurant uses large containers to store its food ingredients.
Inspect.
To look at someone or something closely, usually to examine their condition or to detect flaws.
Examples.
Inspect a plant. Inspect the enemy's movements. The employee had to wait outside while police inspected the building.
Congress.
A formal meeting of the representatives of different countries, constituent states, organizations, trade unions, political parties, or other groups.
Examples.
An international congress. Peace Congress. Congress must consider this proposal in an unusual situation.
Yield.
The total output of crops, profits, etc. that are produced. Verb, to produce or supply helpful something, such as a profit, an amount of food, or information.
Examples.
Corn yield. The yield on the bond. The company's stock gives a high yield.
Accountability.
The state of being responsible for one's actions or decisions, the obligation to explain, justify, or take ownership of one's actions or their consequences, the expectation of being answerable and liable for the outcomes of one's behavior or performance.
Examples.
Government accountability. Individual accountability. Activists questioned the company's accountability for the environmental impact of its operations.
Arrangement.
A plan or preparation for the future event, the action or process of placing things in a particular order.
Examples.
Arrangement of the furniture. Arrangement committee. As a first arrangement, we agreed to meet the following Friday.
Portable.
Easily moved or carried, able to be transported from one location to another.
Examples.
Portable charger. Portable gas stove. The portable generator was essential during the camping trip.
Convenient.
Useful, helpful, or quick to do.
Examples.
Convenient way. Convenient location. The airport offers 5 convenient access routes.
Trunk.
The main stem or body of a tree which its branches grow.
Examples:
The trunk of the tree. The trunk of the body. Destructive fungi thrive in moist environments, such as those seen in wounds on the trunk.
Detonate.
To explode or cause to explode, to set off a sudden or dramatic series of events.
Examples:
Detonate a missile. Detonate a plan. The bomb squad had to detonate the suspicious package found at the train station.
Weigh.
To have a particular weight, to carefully evaluate things before making a conclusion.
Examples:
Weigh heavily on stock prices. Weigh a cargo. The baby weighs 1 pound 3 ounces.
Buck.
A male deer, a unit of currency, especially the US dollar, a sudden jolt or movement, a young man, verb, to resist or oppose something, such as an authority, trend, or convention.
Examples:
Buck the trend. Extra buck. I spotted a majestic buck with large antlers standing at the forest's edge.
Probabilistic.
Characterized by the influence of chance or probability, involving the use of statistical models or methods to estimate likelihoods or risks.
Examples:
Probabilistic model. Probabilistic approach. In a probabilistic system, the outcome is uncertain and can vary based on chance.
Dismiss.
To regard something or someone as not important and not worth considering. To terminate someone's employment.
Examples:
Dismiss a person from the office. Dismiss a matter with a laugh. The committee has decided to dismiss the president from the post.
Intelligence.
The ability to learn, comprehend, or make judgments or conclusions based on reasons.
Examples:
An intelligence test. Field of artificial intelligence. In terms of intelligence, he was head and shoulders above his classmates.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Inevitable.
Certain to happen and unavoidable.
Examples:
Inevitable changes of the seasons. Inevitable result. In times of recession, an increase in unemployment is inevitable.
Diffuse.
To reduce or eliminate the tension, anger, or hostility in a situation, especially a potentially explosive one, by calming, soothing, or pacifying those involved.
Examples:
defuse a crisis, defuse a bomb. The negotiator skillfully diffused the tense situation with calm words and gestures.
Interdict:
An authoritative prohibition or ban, often issued by a legal or religious authority.
Examples:
interdict on trade, judicial interdict. The government imposed an interdict on the sale of certain goods to protect public health.
Prevention:
the action, process, or strategy of stopping something undesirable or harmful from happening, the act of preventing, interfering, or hindering unwanted events or outcomes.
Examples:
prevention of crime, prevention strategy. The company will need to invest in fire prevention equipment to ensure the safety of its employees.
Screening:
the process of evaluating or testing individuals or objects to determine their suitability or potential problems, a showing of a film or movie for a select group of viewers before its general release.
Examples:
screening tool, health screening. His company requires employees to undergo a screening process.
Forth:
forward, outward, or onward in location, direction, or progress, into view or consideration, with confidence, boldness, or in the open.
Examples:
bring forth a beautiful vase, call forth demand. I pushed forth with my new project, even though it would take much hard work.
Detonation:
a sudden and violent explosion, often caused by the ignition of an explosive substance, the act of causing something to explode.
Examples:
accidental detonation, detonation velocity. The detonation of the explosive was heard throughout the entire city.
Flash:
a sudden intense burst of radiant energy, a momentary brightness.
Examples:
a flash of lightning, brilliant flash. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Initially:
at the beginning, at first.
Examples:
initially anticipated, diagnosed initially as a tumor. This train departed later than initially scheduled.
Locally:
in or to a specific or limited area or region, focused or restricted to a particular locality or community.
Examples:
buy locally, support locally. The restaurant sources its ingredients locally, ensuring freshness and supporting local farmers.
Unsettle:
to make somebody feel anxious or upset, especially because of an unstable or problematic situation.
Examples:
unsettle the nervous system, unsettle his conviction. This nationwide strike may unsettle the country's economy.
District.
A part of a country or town, especially one with particular features.
Examples:
School districts, urban districts. Since 2001, the district has provided training programs for automotive technicians.
Slightly.
In a small degree or extent, a little.
Examples:
Increase slightly. Slightly alkaline soils. He moved his body slightly to the left.
Conclude.
To come to an end or close, to reach a judgment or opinion by reasoning.
Examples:
Conclude a meeting. Conclude that he is healthy. We concluded a ceasefire.
Concept.
An idea or principle associated with something abstract.
Examples:
Learn new concepts. Concept car. One such rapidly growing concept is quantum cryptography.
Horrific.
Causing horror or disgust, gruesome and terrifying.
Examples:
Horrific experience. Horrific condition. The accident scene was horrific, with bodies and debris scattered everywhere.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Radial.
Of or relating to rays or the radii of a circle, spreading out from a central point.
Examples:
Radial symmetry. In a radial direction. The radial design of the wheel allows for maximum strength and stability.
Vapor.
A mass of tiny liquid drops in the air.
Examples:
Alcohol vapor. Water vapor in the atmosphere. Clouds form when water vapor rises to the upper atmosphere.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples:
Instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Core.
The most essential or fundamental part of something.
Examples:
The core of an apple. Core business activity. These gas nebulas are merely newborn galactic cores.
Acute.
Extremely sharp or severe.
Examples:
Acute pain. Acute triangle. The patient died from acute alcohol intoxication.
Radiation.
The energy that comes from a nuclear reaction in the form of rays, waves, or particles, and that can be hazardous to health.
Examples:
Exposure to radiation. Electromagnetic radiation. He tried every possible treatment, including chemotherapy and radiation therapy.
Blast.
Explosion, or a strong current of air, usually caused by an explosion, a sudden, thunderous noise.
Examples:
A blast of wind. An icy blast. The blast shattered the laboratory equipment.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Hurricane.
A violent, tropical, cyclonic storm of the western North Atlantic, having wind speeds of or over 64 knots, 74 miles per hour.
Examples:
A hurricane of applause. The ravages of a hurricane. The devastating hurricane caused widespread damage and left many people homeless.
Moot.
To bring up or introduce a matter for discussion, debate, or consideration, especially when the issue may be hypothetical, irrelevant, or not yet determined, to suggest a point of view or argument without necessarily taking a position on it. Adjective, subject to debate, dispute, or uncertainty, and therefore, having little practical significance or relevance.
Examples:
Moot point. Moot a topic. Recent developments have mooted the argument over the issue.
Initial.
Of or happening at the beginning, noun, the first letter of a word, especially a person's name.
Examples:
Initial velocity. An initial letter. They took the initial step toward reconciliation.
Blind.
Unable to see, unable or unwilling to perceive or understand the true nature of something.
Examples:
Blind to the beauties. Blind spot. She was nearly blind due to severe diabetes.
Temporarily.
For a limited time only or not permanently.
Examples:
A hut made temporarily. Temporarily suspend the production. Some athletes take anabolic steroids to increase muscle size temporarily.
Avert.
To prevent something dangerous or undesirable from happening.
Examples:
Avert disaster. Avert a strike. The dam systematically releases large amounts of water to avert flooding during the rainy season.
Vicinity.
The area or region surrounding or in the general vicinity of a particular place or location, a nearby or neighboring region.
Examples:
Immediate vicinity. City and its vicinity. The area in the vicinity of the mall is known for its heavy traffic congestion.
Lethal.
Causing or capable of causing death, extremely dangerous.
Examples:
Lethal injection. Lethal weapon. Malignant hypertension is the most lethal form of hypertension.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Mushroom.
A type of fungus that grows on dead or decaying organic matter and typically has a stalk and an umbrella-shaped cap.
Examples:
Mushroom spores. Mushroom cultivation. The mushroom risotto was delicious, but I couldn't identify all the mushrooms in it.
Plume.
A large feather or group of feathers worn as an ornament or a symbol of achievement or distinction, especially on a hat.
Examples:
Plume of smoke. Plume of feathers. The bird had a beautiful plume on its head.
Prevailing.
Most frequent, widespread, or currently dominant, usually referring to a particular opinion, attitude, or trend.
Examples:
Prevailing wind. Prevailing trend. The prevailing opinion was that the project would be a success.
Tremendous.
Very great in degree or extent or amount or impact, extremely good.
Examples:
Tremendous amount. Tremendous popularity. We had a tremendous time yesterday.
Perpendicular.
Forming, situated at, or being at a right angle to a given line or plane, upright or vertical, at right angles to the horizon.
Examples:
Perpendicular angles. Perpendicular walls. The two lines were perfectly perpendicular to each other.
Downwind.
In the direction that the wind is blowing, particularly about the adverse effects that the wind may carry.
Examples:
Sweep away downwind. Move downwind. The smoke from the fire was blowing downwind towards the nearby town.
Exposed.
Having no protection or shield from something, such as bad weather, attack, or criticism.
Examples:
Exposed to radiation. An exposed rock. Tech companies often employ exposed ducts and other materials in their office interiors.
Urban.
Relating to or located in a town or city.
Examples:
Urban planning. Urban property owners. Only a small number of urban utilities offer sanitation services.
Explosion.
A violent release induced by a chemical or nuclear reaction.
Examples:
A lot of explosions. Site of the explosion. A broken gas pipe triggered the explosion.
Settle.
To reach an agreement of disagreement.
Examples:
Settle a dispute. Settle down in the town. I don't want to settle for second best.
Zone.
A specific area, region, or section that is marked off or defined in some way.
Examples:
Time zone. Zone defense. He was reluctant to leave his comfort zone and try something new.
Sheltered.
Protected or shielded from danger or harmful influences, inexperienced or innocent of certain unpleasantness or harsh realities of life.
Examples:
Sheltered life. Sheltered housing. The birds found sheltered spots in the trees to avoid the rain.
Fatal.
Causing or resulting in death, lethal.
Examples:
Fatal accident. Make a fatal mistake. The car crash was fatal, and the driver died on impact.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Disaster.
An unexpected event or series of events that cause widespread damage, destruction, or loss of life.
Examples:
Global disaster. Disaster recovery. The disaster response team worked around the clock to aid those affected by the earthquake.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
He was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Paralyze.
To cause a person or part of the body to become unable to move or feel.
Examples:
paralyze a city, paralyze a person. The venom from the snake bite paralyzed his arm.
Futile.
Incapable of producing any useful result, pointless.
Examples:
futile talk, make a futile protest. It was futile to try and fix the broken vase, as it was too badly damaged.
Survival.
The state of continuing to exist or live, frequently in the face of difficulty or danger.
Examples:
survival ability, survival food. He evaluated his chances for survival rather pessimistically.
Common sense.
Exhibiting sound, practical judgment concerning everyday matters. Noun, a basic ability to perceive, understand, and judge in a manner that nearly all people share.
Examples:
common sense scholarship, common sense reforms. Innovative companies often question common sense practices and break them.
Minimize.
To make something, especially something bad, small or less serious.
Examples:
minimize a loss, way to minimize conflict. I bought a gadget before my trip to help minimize stress during the flight.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
driving distance, social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
separate video into chapter, separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Atmosphere.
The mass of air that surrounds the earth, the pervading tone or mood of a place, situation, or creative work.
Examples:
carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, a convivial atmosphere. The spaceship began to burn up as it approached the Earth's atmosphere.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
hop on one foot, hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Dirt.
Soil, dust, or any substance that makes a surface not clean, the part of the Earth's surface consisting of humus and disintegrated rock.
Examples:
dirt road, dirt track. The garden was filled with dirt and needed to be tilled before planting.
Concrete.
Existing in a physical or material form rather than an abstract one, based on facts rather than ideas or guesses, made of or covered with cement.
Examples:
A concrete noun. Concrete examples. The president asked for a more concrete plan.
Stare.
To gaze or look fixedly and intently at someone or something, often in a questioning, curious, or suspicious manner. Noun, a fixed, intense, and prolonged gaze or look.
Examples:
Stare blankly. Give a menacing stare. He couldn't help but stare at the beautiful sunset over the ocean.
Resist.
To refuse to accept something and attempt to prevent it from happening.
Examples:
Resist temptation. Resist being kissed. I chose to resist cancer by trying every possible treatment.
Theoretical.
Relating to the concepts and principles upon which a particular topic is founded, rather than practice and experience.
Examples:
Theoretical models. Theoretical physicist. Absolute zero is the lowest theoretical temperature.
Eardrum.
A membrane in the middle ear that vibrates in response to sound waves and transmits the vibrations to the inner ear.
Examples:
Burst eardrum. Protect eardrum. The loud noise ruptured my eardrum, and I had to go to the hospital.
Injury.
Harm done to a person's or an animal's body caused by an accident or an attack.
Examples:
Without injury. A fatal injury. My accidental injury got better right away.
Horrible.
Extremely unpleasant or bad, causing fear or disgust.
Examples:
Horrible accident. Horrible smell. The experience was horrible and left a lasting impression.
Crosswise.
In a direction or manner perpendicular or transverse to something else, across or diagonally. Adjective, positioned across something or being in a direction that crosses something else.
Examples:
Placed crosswise. Fold crosswise. She cut the fabric crosswise to create a unique pattern for the dress.
Impede.
To obstruct or block someone or something, to slow down or prevent progress.
Examples:
Impede a close relationship. Impede development. The traffic jam impeded our progress to reach the destination on time.
Moving.
Causing strong emotions or feelings, especially sadness or sympathy.
Examples:
Moving experience. Moving ceremony. His moving speech about his struggles with addiction brought tears to the audience's eyes.
Decontaminate.
To remove or neutralize harmful substances, such as toxic chemicals, radioactive materials, or infectious agents, from a person, object, or environment.
Examples:
decontaminate soil, decontaminate equipment. The hazardous waste must be decontaminated to prevent further harm to the environment.
Shower.
A brief period of rain, a device that emits a spray of water for washing oneself, a party or celebration in which gifts are given to someone, often in anticipation of a major life event such as a wedding or the birth of a child.
Examples:
take a quick shower, bridal shower. The weather forecast predicted a shower in the afternoon.
Radioactive.
Emitting powerful and dangerous energy when the nuclei equal central parts of atoms are broken up.
Examples:
radioactive decay, radioactive isotope. The radioactive material was carefully stored in a lead-lined container.
Wind up.
A mechanism or device, often in the form of a toy or clockwork mechanism, that is powered by winding a spring or turning a key. Completion or conclusion of something, especially in a final or definitive manner.
Examples:
wind-up speech, wind-up clock. He used a wind-up key to start the vintage music box.
Battery.
A device that is placed inside a car, gadget, equipment, etc., and that provides electrical power to them.
Examples:
a dry battery, battery charging. The engine did not start because the battery was flat.
Jack.
A mechanical device used for lifting or supporting heavy objects.
Examples:
a jack of all trades, a line and jack. He used a jack to lift the car to change the tire.
Hero.
A person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities, a character in literature or history who is central to the plot and who exhibits heroic qualities.
Examples:
local hero, unsung hero. The soldier who sacrificed his life for his country is considered a national hero.
Abolition.
The act of formally ending a system, practice, or institution, especially one that is considered unjust or harmful.
Examples:
complete abolition, total abolition of a law. The abolition of slavery was a major milestone in the history of the United States.
Urge.
To spur on or encourage someone, especially by cheers and shouts. Noun, a strong desire or impulse, especially one that is difficult to control or resist.
Examples:
Urge a total ban. A sexual urge. The lobbyist urged Congress not to approve the measure.
Inhumane.
Lacking kindness, compassion, or sympathy.
Examples:
Inhumane act of the dictator. Inhumane conditions. The inhumane treatment of animals in the laboratory was unacceptable.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Delicate.
Very fine, subtle, and pleasing, easily broken or damaged or destroyed.
Examples:
Delicate attention. A delicate flavor. The fresh green trees cast a delicate web of shadows over the lawn.
Aficionado.
A person who is knowledgeable or passionate about a particular subject or activity, an enthusiast or connoisseur who has a deep appreciation for a specific field or interest, often with a high degree of expertise or experience in that area.
Examples:
Technology aficionado. Sports aficionado. He is a true classical music aficionado, attending concerts regularly and collecting vinyl records.
Procedure.
A way of doing something, especially the official or well-known way.
Examples:
Undergo a surgical procedure. Standard procedure. The pilot and flight attendant ran through the checkout procedure.
Hell.
The place thought to be where bad people go and are punished after death, often depicted as being located beneath the earth, an extraordinarily unpleasant or difficult place.
Examples:
Run like hell. Hell broke loose. The battlefield became hell on earth.